What's up guys, it's Makinde and welcome back to my channel. So I've been using the Redmi 9 for about 3 weeks now, and in this video I'm going to be sharing my thoughts as well as pros and cons to help you decide if the Redmi 9 is worth spending your money on in 2020. The Redmi 9 is powered by the all-new mediaTeK Helio G80 processor, which aims at bringing better gaming to low-end or entry-level devices. It also comes in 3 variants. You have the low-end 3GB RAM, 32GB storage, the mid-level 4GB RAM, 64GB storage, and the high-end 6GB RAM, 128GB storage, which will only be available in China. You also get in 3 colors: carbon grey, sunset purple, and ocean green. I'm going to leave the timestamps in the description below so that you can move on to sections that interest you the most. If you've not subscribed to my channel, hit on that subscribe button below and also click the bell button to get notifications when I post new videos. By doing this, you help our community grow and encourage me to make interesting contents like this. That being said, let's get into the video. So we're going to jump right into the build of this device. If you want to see an unboxing, I'm going to put a link in the description to my previous video where I did an unboxing and quick overview of the device. Overall, the design of the Redmi 9 is not something we have not seen before. In fact, it looks like the Redmi K30. Excluding the 6.5 inches display, the rest of the phone is covered in plastic, which is what you should expect from an entry-level device. But despite it being plastic, you get a feel of what it is to use a premium device. The Redmi 9 is quite large, coming in at the size of 6.4 inches, and even with large hands, sometimes I find it difficult to grip. So most times I just resort into using both hands. You get an IR blaster at the top, which to be honest I've never used. The power button and the volume rockers are on the right, and the SIM card tray is on the left. A USB-C connector, speaker, stereo microphone, and a 3.5mm headphone jack is also available for you to plug in your entanglement. The quad camera setup, which is one of its most vivid features, is present at the back alongside the LED flash. Coming to the display, you have a 6.5 inches IPS LCD display with a resolution of 1080p and 395 ppi density. You also get some level of protection with the Corning Gorilla Glass 3. Also, let's not forget that water drop style notch at the top, which is my least favorite thing about the display. I prefer a hole punch style display. With an IPS LCD display, your expectations should not be over the top. You get a large display, the view angles are great, the colors and contrast are just about right, but they could be better. If you consume media or play games a lot, you will definitely enjoy using this display. Although I have noticed that sections of the applications are a bit cut off or tucked in into the screen, but you can always turn off the notch if you don't like it. You also get dark mode out of the box, which will definitely not save your battery because it's not an AMOLED display, but you get a kind of different experience when using dark mode. Also, dark mode is a bit less aggressive to the eyes. Overall, the display is decent for the price, but I think you might have problems with outdoor usage because it just has 400 nits of brightness, and I think it's not enough brightness under direct sunlight. On the Redmi 9, you get the mediaTeK Helio G80 octa-core processor and the Mali G52 GPU doing the heavy lifting. There are several storage options ranging from 32GB to 128GB or 3GB RAM to 6GB RAM. We're hoping to see MIUI 12 very soon, and this is expected to bring better animations and improve the overall user experience. Also, if you don't like the interface of the MIUI, you can slap on an Android launcher like the Nova launcher. So general performance, the Redmi 9 will hold up to most of the apps you throw at it during your daily usage. After 3 weeks of using it, I didn't experience any major performance issues. One thing I did notice is that notifications kind of come late, and I think this is a software issue, and we expected that it will be fixed with the updates of MIUI 12. For benchmark tests, you have our 180K on Antutu benchmark, which is a giant leap from the 100K we saw on last year's Redmi 8. In the Geekbench test, you get a single core score of 367 and a multi-core score of 1301. These are decent scores for an entry-level device which is selling for about $150. Since the Helio G80 is a gaming processor, you should be able to play heavy game titles on the Redmi 9. Playing games on medium settings will run smoothly, but one issue I had was with Asphalt 9, where I had a bit of lag and some freezing while playing on medium settings. I also played PUBG and Call of Duty on medium settings and they ran fine. So playing games on the Redmi 9 shouldn't be a problem. You also have the gyroscope as one of the sensors on the Redmi 9, so you should be able to play PUBG with the gyroscope enabled. Power management on the Redmi 9 is decent. You get a whopping 5000 mAh battery here, and also it's capable of 18W fast charging. One thing to note is that you get 10W fast charging in the box, although it's capable of 18W charging. I used the 22-watt charging brick from the Redmi Note 9S to charge the Redmi 9, and I was able to get away with 2 hours 30 minutes of charge time from 0 to 100%. With heavy usage, and what I mean by heavy usage is social media, gaming, hotspot, you should be able to get away with a complete day without charging your phone. But depending on kind of apps you run, you can also have an extended usage of about 2 days before you have to charge the phone. Audio on the Redmi 9 is quite good. I didn't have any issues when making phone calls. It has a total of 3 microphones, and this is how it should sound when you're holding it. Hey guys, it's MasterCard. This is me holding the phone like I would make a phone call. This is how the microphone sounds. You also get a down-firing speaker, which is in fact very loud. So I was playing music in this room and I walked out to the other room and I still could hear the music. It was definitely loud. This is how it sounds. Coming to the camera, I didn't have the best experience with the Redmi 9 camera. At the front, you have an 8 megapixel camera that can shoot 1080p at 30 frames per second. For selfies and portraits using the front-facing camera, I got different results in different lighting conditions. You get some details in the pictures and the skin tones are alright. Portrait mode works fine, but edge detection could be better. At night, the pictures are just okay, but overall, I would give it a pass. For selfie videos, it's not any better. The camera is decent. Here's how it performs. So this is the front-facing camera of the Redmi 9, and I'm currently just using the internal microphone of the camera, and you should know how the audio sounds. One thing I did notice is the audio and video coming out of the front-facing camera are not in sync. Here's a sample video to show that. Hey guys, it's MasterCard. So I just found out that the audio and the video of the Redmi 9 doesn't sync up when you use the selfie camera. So this is my video explaining to you that the audio and video are not synced. Drop a comment in the comment section if the audio and video are both synced. At the rear, you get a quad camera setup that consists of a 30 megapixel main shooter, 8 megapixel for ultra wide, 5 megapixel for macro, and 2 megapixel for depth sensing. I like that we have an ultra wide camera here. It allows you to take wider shots and gives a different perspective to your images. Outdoors, the images are nice, you get a lot of details in the images, it has good dynamic range, and the colors look great. The macro camera on the other hand still needs a bit of work. I found the images to be a bit blurry and doesn't have a lot of details to it. At night, you get some decent pictures which are just okay, but don't expect to get amazing pictures because there is no night mode on the Redmi 9. For videos, you can shoot 1080p at 30 frames per second, and also you can do slow-mo at 720p with 120 frames per second. From my test, I would say it performed okay, but I'll let you decide. So I'm gonna focus on the sky for a bit. I move it down to see how the lights adjust. It's a bit fast, a bit decent. Well, to my conclusion, is the Redmi 9 good enough? I would say yes. If you're on a budget and you're looking for a device to buy around $150 or 140 euros, you should go for the Redmi 9. It's definitely better than its competition in the market. But if you have a more flexible budget, I think you should go for the Redmi Note 9S. It's a better deal than Redmi 9 and you get more value for money. I'm going to be making a comparison of the Redmi 9 and the Redmi Note 9S, so click on that subscribe button and also click the bell button to be one of the first to see these videos. Until next time, I am MasterCard. Peace.